Hey, welcome back everybody. My name's Kurt from Vaughn Precision here on YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about the MEC Marksman Press. This is a 2-year review. I bought this press December of 2018, and I've loaded probably at least 2,500 rounds, probably more than that actually, on this press. A lot of 6.5 Creedmoor, Grendel, 243, done some pistol bullets, just single stage for home defense stuff. And the reason I bought this press was because my old press had an enormous amount of slop in the ram to the cast body, and I was having all kinds of problems. So I was looking at the Forester press, the coax, and I was looking at the fairly newly introduced MEC Marksman Press here, and I settled on this one. I'm not disappointed, but I'm curious to see after. Oh, and also, not only have I loaded 2,500 plus rounds on this, but we've done a lot of reloading classes, as most of you know. We were kind of down and out there for a while. I was not able to get out here and work, but we were able to do some classes. So, and I've also had some friends and neighbors come over and load up a bunch of stuff on this thing too. So it's probably, realistically, probably has about 4,000 rounds in it, easy. And I know that's not a lot, but I'm curious to see what the runout is after several thousand rounds in this ram body. And then we'll also discuss some of the things that I like or don't like about this press when we get done with that. So I have a dial indicator. This is a 1/10,000th. I use it for setting up barrels in the lathe. So let's get this thing set up on here and see how things are wearing. See if this is and I honestly, I have not tested this yet, so I'm curious to see real life. What's this going to do? So anyways, let's get the camera turned around, set up our dial indicator, see what it looks like. All right, so run the ram up there. Okay, here's the moment of truth. So we're 10 to 40. Pushing on this thing fairly hard too. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I like that. Alright, let's take this off here. Okay, let's talk about some of the other things I like about this press. So, one of the things I really like about this press is it's got the floating shell holder on here, and it's super easy to change. That's not hard at all. That, in my book, is a huge bonus. You know, the final finish on this press is excellent. It's very durable. I mean, it's like it's brand new. I like that. This thing is like glass. This is just, the function of this thing is so nice. Now, I do keep it clean. I keep it oiled. I do try to take care of my stuff. So that's great. I like the stand it comes on with the shell holders. I kind of keep my most common dies that I use here. I do have some additional ones back here. Now, this is on a bench that is, let's see here, from the ground up to here is about 48.25 inches. To the top is 54 inches. My bench is 39.5. And for me, working on this press here is this open design here. It makes it so easy just to come in here. I'm not trying to reach around any castings or anything. That to me, it just makes everything so easy, just to in and out right here. I like that. The only thing I will say is every once in a while you get your little shell holder back, or your primer catch tray back here. Every once in a while it'll miss one and drop it on the counter. Not a big deal to me, but you know, for some people maybe it's a big deal. I do have this little tray. You can hang this off the side here if you want. It's I keep some extra pins, different things in here for decapping, things like that. So that's nice, and when I don't want it, I just put it back over here just behind it so I can put the cover back over it to keep the dust out of it. So other than that, this thing's, I'm very happy with it. You know, all in all, I don't have any complaints with this press. Some people prefer the cam over. This is not a cam over design. I actually prefer that, but that's a personal preference thing. The stand is sold separately from the press, last I checked. I would recommend the stand, but that might depend on how tall your bench is too. So, you know, if your bench is taller than mine, probably not a good idea, but most benches aren't that tall. So for me, just sitting here on a stool, this makes the height just perfect. Even when I stand up, it still works great for me. But I thought it was important just to do a follow-up on this press. I know from the video I posted 2 years ago, to this day I still get a lot of questions about it. Do I still recommend it? Yes, I highly, highly recommend it. No, MEC is not paying me to say this. I bought this with my own money and did my own research on it. So I think it's a great value. The cost is not that high. And it's a great press, and clearly it's holding up, because 2 other presses I've had now, that shaft got real loose on 2 different presses, so both of them colored red for what it's worth. But anyways, I guess that's all I want to do, is just talk a little bit about my thoughts after 2 years of owning this press and what I think of it and how it's working, and it's working flawlessly. You know, take a look at the run out that I'm still getting on some of these rounds I'm loading, and this was just here the other day that I loaded this stuff up. This was I'm still getting excellent results. Now, of course, you got to use some good dies, whether it's, you know, some higher end Redding dies or some Mighty Armory dies. You need a good die. I will say that the Lee Call It die also works very well in this, but you know, a $30–$35 die set, you kind of are getting what you're paying for too. You're not going to get the absolute precision you're looking for, but it's still going to make it better than if it was just on just a cheapo press, because the tolerance on this are better. And with that floating shell holder, that really helps line things up. So anyways, that's all I had. Wanted to share it with you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and we have a lot more videos coming up this year, like 60 or 70. Actually, I have over 60 on the list, so stay tuned. We'll see you next time.